The Sanada victory at Ueda Castle was but a minor setback for the Tokugawa. Within several years, Ieyasu conquered most of Japan and began a final campaign against his most powerful rival, the Toyotomy clan. Yukimura, who sought to defy Ieyasu to the bitter end, prepared for a showdown at Osaka Castle. Alright, so here is the final stage for one of the two storylines for Yukimura, the Siege of Osaka. And this is a siege that occurs in the summer of the year 1615. So basically, when it comes to the War and States period of Japan, it does go past the year 1600. So anyways, as I was saying before, this is a siege in the summertime of the year 1615. There are two sieges, this one and then the one in the winter the year prior. So yeah, just a little historical fact for you on that one. Fun fact for you, but anyways, moving on. So, as you can tell, the objectives, we have to defeat either Ieyasu or Hanzo to win. If Hideyori Toyotomy dies, if I fall, or if the time runs out, we lose. So, that's the objectives, the equipment, the weapon. We still have the Lunar Spear, so I'll keep that. The items, well, for the fact that I actually got a saddle of some sort, I'm gonna equip it. So we have that, and I'll leave the other four items like that. I'm good with those three for now. The bodyguards, I'll leave it like that. Now the unit info. For the Toyotomy army, you have Hideyori Toyotomy, Harunaga Ono, Yukimura Sanada, which is me, and Kunoichi, Madabe Goto, Morishika Chosokabe, Shigenari Kimura, Kanosuke Susukida, and Katsunaga Mori with Danimon Ban. Yeah, I knew I was gonna fuck up somewhere. Anyways, for the Tokugawa army, you have Ieyasu Tokugawa with Hidetada Tokugawa, Nao Takai, and Tadasuke Okubo, Hanzo Hattori, Tadamasa Handa, Masanobu Handa, Tadateru Matsudaira with Tadanao Matsudaira, Kagekatsu Uesugi with Toshitsune Maeda, Takatora Todo with Naomori Saki, and Tadaoki Hosukawa. Alright, let's do it. Boy, was that a fucking mouthful. Anyways.
No, what's with the serious fighting? Haven't you been paying attention? It's a lost cause.
No, not yet. I'm going to take Ieyasu's head.
Give me a break.
I'll do it alone if I have to.
Oh, so manly. Maybe it'll be fun after all.
We have no chance of winning this battle now. All there is left to do is to find a dying place worthy of a Sanada warrior.
Alright, so historically speaking, this is the final stage for Yukimura, the final battle. This is the battle where Yukimura fights and falls and dies in battle. When it comes to the game, there are actually two different outcomes for this stage, and it all depends on what you do. I had mentioned it a few parts ago when it comes to the characters, different endings and all that. Some characters will have, well, for a typical story mode, most of the characters will have two endings. Some characters might have more, and in one case have more than 4 or 5 different endings, more than that. And that's Okuni, but I'll talk about that one when we get there, because that one is a bit complicated, to an extent, but still. Anyways, let me fulfill this mission first. So for this stage, as I said before, there are 2 different outcomes. The historical outcome, you would have to complete every mission and successfully complete every mission. I don't know why this guy is not following me. Yeah, let me just do this.
Begin the attack.
There we go. That was weird. Oh, that's why. And these are all fucking cannons that are shooting at us, so they're friendly firing against us, and that's never a fun time. You gotta be fucking kidding me. They actually... Sometimes, I don't know if I did say it, but... Oh, and that was my first clash. As you can tell, you pretty much can determine who's winning based on how fast you're mashing the button and what the result is. So you want to see more of the blue than more of red, obviously. If you go all the way and mash the button fast enough, you could actually counter with a actual attack. And if any soldiers are in the way, they could actually get hit too. So keep that in mind. And I'm not trying to get fucking friendly fired by my own fucking cannons. What the actual fuck? Alright, so we have to stop the enemy cannons. So there's 2 ways to do that. The first way, destroying the cannon. However, you could actually attack the troop that's on top of that cannon as well. If you could defeat the troop on top of the cannon or dismount them by using the cannon or using the cannons from Osaka Castle, then that'll help too. Alright, that's gotta fucking stop. Alright, that's taken care of. Now we have 2 more cannons, but let's not get friendly fired by our own cannons from our own fucking castle. There we go. We have 1 more cannon. So you have to... there's the other one. Alright, there we go. So as I was saying, with the 2 endings you could get, the first one you have to 100% the missions down to a T. However, once you reach the mission where...
We must stand at the head of our forces now, or all those that have died will have done so in vain.
This one, if you fail this by allowing the enemy to enter Osaka, and then another character that we haven't seen yet, his name is Masamune Date, you need to make sure he enters Osaka as well, and then complete the stage by charging in. You could always attack everybody else if you really want to, but right now I am just gonna wait and kill a little time. Let's see what I can do here. I may secure a few gates just to kill the time, because me just standing there doing nothing doesn't help. So we're gonna go for the alternate ending, if you want to call it that, or the alternate ending for this stage, because like I said before, for typical story mode, and let's not get sent flying like a fucking rocket launcher, a typical story mode will have 2 endings. Some characters might have more than 2. Yukimura has 3, and the most I've ever seen on one character in this game, I believe it's 10, but like I said, I'll talk about Okuni and those endings when we get there, which won't be for a while. Anyways,
Come forth.
well, since he's here, I might as well, right?
It's over.
Alright, there we go.
Enemy officer defeated.
Your skills are impressive.
Alright, is there anyone else I can really go for right now? I want to keep him alive. We could go for Takatora. I'm just trying to figure out which ones that we should go for, and which ones we shouldn't before, we need to make sure that they reach Osaka before we get a chance to reach Hideyori. If you're trying to get the historical ending, as I like to call it, you would want to enter the doors going into the way you exited Osaka Castle is the way you want to enter, and then when you try to talk to Hideyori, his second in command, what's his name, Harunaga, won't let you. He won't let you pass, so you have to go all the way around and talk to somebody else instead. And that person would be Katsunaga. Then he'll let you in, and then you have to reach
We must not take this enemy lightly.
Hideyori. And then, even though Hideyori said that he will want to strike out towards Ieyasu, it wouldn't happen anyways because his second in command really wouldn't want him to do that, and then he eventually hides in Osaka Castle. Thus, you charging out yourself, and then ultimately you defeating Hanzo, but you also die in the process through a cutscene. But anyways, enough of that. It's just only a matter of time before they actually enter Osaka, and I could actually get through the rest of the stage. Because also,
Now, attack.
depending on what you do, this could actually make the stage easier or harder for yourself. I'll talk about that when I actually enter that spot. But right now, I really don't have to. So, we'll just worry about it when we get there. And there you go.
Hideyori, the battle did not go well. Please withdraw for now. But is that right? Our men are still fighting. Please leave everything to me.
So now he's gonna retreat, and that will fuck up my mission altogether, which is something that we would be trying to do to get this particular
Will
ending.
not be able to meet with the Lord. Help the Tokugawa conquer the land. Imbeciles! Our only objective is to show the world the might of the Date clan. Forward!
Alright, so now Masamune Date, a new character that we haven't seen yet, entered the battle. And the next thing you want to do is actually have him enter Osaka. If you let him enter Osaka, then
It's too late for reinforcements. But I suppose we should
you
be
could actually
grateful.
continue on with the actual, oh. Right. Maybe I should,
difficult to
I'll tell you, that horse will definitely help me out right now. But this horse is so fucking slow. It's really slow. Oh my god. And did he enter Osaka? Yes. Okay. So if he were to actually meet up with Hideyori, that will be the next mission. Make sure Masamune Date doesn't enter Osaka Castle. And you could actually get the horse that he's riding, which we're not going to see here because I'm not going to even bother with Masamune. I think I actually have to keep him alive, but I'd rather play it safe and keep him alive anyways. Alright, so Kagekatsu is down. Now we'll assist the reinforcements quickly, and then take it from there.
Do not falter. We can still win.
Because even though, yeah. So now the objective is, as you can tell, if Harunaga falls, it's a game over instead of Hideyori, and also if I die. But I'm not worried about myself. And I fucked up that mission too. But that's fine.
We are being pushed back.
That's fine because I'm gonna have to go through all the missions anyways. And it does take a while for Masamune to enter Osaka. So we could actually go and defeat everybody else quickly and take it from there. But as I was saying, there is a horse that you could unlock, and that's the horse that Masamune is riding. It's the second fastest horse in the game. All you have to do is make sure you defeat Masamune Date. First off, you gotta make sure you defeat Masamune Date before he enters Osaka Castle, and you actually are timed. I think you have like a 10-minute time limit or something like that. But once you do that, a supply captain will appear, and then as long as you complete the stage, you will obtain the horse. So, anyways, now go for Taramasa, sorry. Alright, Taramasa is down.
We'll just have to one-up them now, won't we?
Alright, so who's left? You got Hanzo and Ieyasu, but I'm not worried about those two. Masamune I'm not worried about, even though he has really high morale. Masanobu and Tadaoki. Okay. Oh. Fortunately, even though those muskets are riflemen and it takes one shot for them to actually knock you off the horse, it is very easy to dodge once you see the rifle or the bullets coming. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. Whenever you're playing Samurai Warriors, well, from my perspective, when you're trying to defeat anybody, whether it's playable or not, expect them to counter with a Musu attack. And for the fact that they have that same effect where if they trigger a Musu attack, they will stun you, you need to really get ready for it. I mean, it's not easy. Alright, so now we're gonna go for Tadaoki. And it seems like Masamune is just standing there. Not that I'm not complaining, I'm not. Yeah, so we'll just go for the next one.
This could be a challenge.
This stage is me just trying to get the ending. I'm not really I'll try my best to try to defeat everybody. I'll even secure a few gates here and there, but I'm really not gonna defeat every enemy general this time around. Huh. Masamune is now going the other way.
Enemy officer
Alright,
defeated.
Tadaoki's down. So now we'll go for
We'll just have to one-up them
Hanzo.
now, won't
And
we?
yes, I say Hanzo and not Ieyasu because once you enter the enemy camp, Ieyasu will retreat. And you would have to worry about Hanzo only. But now, let me talk about this little spot here. If you were to 100% the missions up to this point, with the exception of that reinforcements unit, you'll be trapped here for a set period of time, and you would have to survive the troops gauntlet, so to speak. And is this gate open over here? It should be. No. I think I have to enter from the left side. That sounds about right. Because I know there's a little shortcut, but I'll talk about that shortcut when I actually play as that certain character. Or characters. Anyways, so, as I was saying, you would have to survive a gauntlet of enemies until you're able to get out. You'll be pretty much trapped there. But once you're able to get out, any area or any spots like strongholds where there'll be typically be health, if you're trying to find health, at that point you won't be able to get it because it will pretty much disappear, because Ieyasu will say this battle will be almost over because they don't have they're running out of food. I think I might have to go for Masamune. Right, I still have to go over there, even though I didn't. So I'm guessing I have to go for Masamune. Well, not guessing. I know I have to now because he's about to go for the commander. But there is a cutscene where you have to strike out and go for Ieyasu. Wow, I should have known better with that one. I'm like, no wonder why these doors aren't open just yet. So, looks like we're gonna have to, well, not gonna have to, but looks like we'll be facing Masamune after all. Which is fine. I don't mind it. Right. We have to go to the right side. I still have to talk to Harunaga. So there's Masamune Date with his horse. Might as well defeat him now. Oh yeah, one other thing I should bring up. If you thought Dynasty Warriors 4 was laggy with all the fucking troops, this takes the fucking cake. Shit. That's gonna fucking hurt. Really?
Well, duh. Of course you're gonna win.
It's over.
What's sending me fucking flying? Is that a fucking strike ninja? Yes, it is. Alright. And it seems to me he got some health back. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? First I got a fucking troop performing the Musu attack, and now I got Masamune Date performing the Musu attack. As I said before, troops can perform Musu attacks. They might be brief, but they can. And they still fucking stun you, which is still kind of annoying, to say the least. But that's what makes it a little bit more challenging, I guess. There we go. Now we could actually charge out. And I'll take his horse. I knew something wasn't right.
The outcome. Hanzo, what news?
All is ready.
All units charge. We eradicate the Toyotomy.
Yep, this is it.
A lost cause. No, the warrior spirit within me refuses to accept that. Such is the way of the samurai. I will take Ieyasu's head.
And now here's the mission.
Enemy officer defeated.
Yeah, this is one of those alternate endings I really don't try to trigger.
I still have much to.
Because I'm usually going for the one where I actually succeed in everything. Thus triggering the historical ending, if you want to call it that. So, it's been a long fucking time since I've done that one. Anyways, so now we could actually charge in. But when we charge in, we don't have to worry about the fucking trap. But, like I said, we'll talk about that when we actually get there. But right now, we're going to charge in and then defeat Hanzo. Because, as I said before, once you enter the camp, Ieyasu will run away. Thus, having you to deal with Hanzo instead. But we gotta be quick.
How can this be?
I'm gonna try it. How much morale does he even have? Ooh. I don't trust that. Yeah, I really don't fucking trust that. Yeah, I'm gonna head over there now. I'm not gonna charge just yet because that morale is so low for me to feel comfortable going down there. So we'll wipe out the troops first, then we'll go for Hanzo. Yeah, that's way too many fucking troops. And I know that all that's left really is Ieyasu and Hanzo, but you'll be shocked, and I'm not gonna say that in a strange way, but you'll be surprised. That's better. That sounds better. You'll be surprised on how easy your allies could fall, even if the troops under that said general, even if that general is down for the count, they can still wipe out, well, the troops can still wipe out your allied generals. So you really want to make sure that if you're trying to protect somebody, make sure that there's no troops around, because they could give you a hard time. And once again, it feels like Dynasty Warriors 3 all over again. That's just me personally. Shit. Yeah, that was definitely needed. Alright, I think we should be good. And I have mentioned before, and I'll mention it again, if you defeat the head troop, or the head of the pack, the rest will automatically retreat. Unlike in Dynasty Warriors 3 and 4, like I said, I'm only comparing it to those two games is because those are the two games that I have done for this channel. They'll still be there in Dynasty Warriors 3 and 4. However, if you were to go off screen, as long as you took out the head, they will disappear. But if they're still on screen, they will continue to attack you. So just be careful with that game. But that's Dynasty Warriors. We'll talk about Samurai Warriors. When you take out the head, the remaining troops will automatically retreat. So that will help out big time. Anyways, now let's go for Ieyasu and Hanzo. And I think we aren't timed with this mission. As long as you just don't fuck up and die or allow the commanders to die, you should be good. And there'll be certain times where you see the mission where you have to charge in alone. Make sure you are alone, or make sure that anyone else that's trying to charge in with you don't reach that said spot first. So just a heads up on that one.
Why do you insist on following me into this hopeless battle? Very well, do as you like.
Well, I always do what I like anyway, you know?
I suppose you're right.
Alright, there we go. Now we're gonna go in. And we should be able to enter and not worry about the trap. Yep, we're good. typically if you're trying to, well, if you did 100% the other missions or the 4 missions, luring the 2 officers to that spot, stopping the cannons, talking to Hideyori, and stopping Masamune from entering Osaka, then once you enter that spot, you would actually be trapped. I said it already, but I'll say it
Enemy
again.
officer defeated.
You know me. And now we're good.
Ieyasu, prepare to die. How could this be? No, do not run away. I command you. Hanzo, I leave the rest to you. This reminds me of Tokugawa.
I am quite impressed.
Alright, so,
You are
like I
indeed
said, all we have left now is Hanzo. Actually,
Enemy officer defeated.
do I have to worry about that
skills
third
are impressive.
officer? You know what? Fuck it. He temporarily withdrew. So, technically speaking, I don't think I have to worry about that third officer. So now we'll go for Hanzo and end the stage and complete one of Yukimura stories. One of 3, technically.
It's over.
It's just Hanzo's a pain in this stage too, especially for the fact that this is the final stage. Alright, I need to find a rider captain, I should say. Also, you know what? Fuck it, I'll even bring it up. Once you get to that spot, and I know it's not relevant here, but when you go for the historical ending, I'm just only saying historical just for the fact that it's best for me to really call it. But even the rider captains won't drop health for you, so you gotta be careful with that. Like, once you enter that base,
Enemy officer
whatever
defeated.
health you have left, that's it.
Shadows never die forever. Though the shadow may die, the light.
We've been had, it seems. Determination breeds victory.
And that's a win. Alright. So yeah, as I was saying, once you hit that spot and once you get trapped, but you'll definitely see me do that in some way, shape, or form later on. A lot sooner than you think, but when you get to that point, make sure you have enough health, because at that point, you won't be able to get any more health from there on. But I will bring it up again when we get there. Anyways, so that took us quite a bit, because due to me really not trying to go for this particular ending to begin with, it took me a while. It took me 31 minutes and 32 seconds, but that's fine. So now items. I'm hoping to get a tier 4 weapon, but if not, that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna discard that. Discard that. There we go. I'm gonna keep that, get rid of the tier 1. As I mentioned earlier, for the fact that there is, if you include Extreme Legends, there are 6 different tiers, but 3 different item slots. If I get rid of this one, the Sickle Spear, if I go to the vault, it will still say that I have unlocked the Sickle Spear, and you will still be able to see it in the vault. Or if I get rid of the Cross Spear, more so because the Sickle Spear is automatically default. If I get rid of the Cross Spear, it will still be shown in the vault, so don't worry about that. Anyways, we're good. Now, items. Wow. So we got +7 Cloak of Might and a +7 Wind Gloves. I'm getting really shitty items, but you know what? That's fine. Yeah, that's pretty crappy overall, but I was expecting that for the fact that I was going for this particular ending. Anyways, so now we maxed out agility. And did we get anything else? Yeah, another skill, a new one that I could think of anyways, and that is pressure. Basically, if you not only win the clash or the deadlock, but win it outright, as I was mentioned before, if you go into a deadlock and you win outright, you automatically counter with an actual attack. If you upgrade this skill, the damage will be a lot greater, if that makes any sense. So we have that. I don't think we have seen. I don't think we've seen drive. Your charge attack power increases, which is something I might do because I actually have the points for it. But let's see. And then I mentioned fortitude. I don't think I have shown counter. But if I didn't, I will say it here. If I did, then well, I'm gonna say it again. So you can counter in this game, just like Dynasty Warriors 4. So if you activate this, which I can't because I need 300 skill points and I have 270, counter will automatically occur randomly. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, I think you would have to block a god for it to happen. But I'm not gonna equip that, or well, I can't anyways. Uh, you know what? Let's go with charge attack power because I'm gonna need it. Anyways, yep, we're done. Enjoy the ending.
Defeat. I have no regrets.
So stupid. Whoop! Well, I had my fun, so I can't complain.
There, I see them.
And it looks like there's much more fun on the way. Come on, get up! Hi-ya! Whoop! Hi-yo! Whee!
Alright, so that's one of three Yukimura's endings. So, as you already know, when you make progress in this game, you're gonna eventually unlock characters, and we unlocked two characters because of this. In order to unlock Magoichi Saika, all you have to do is complete one story. It doesn't matter how you do it, just complete it. So we went with Yukimura's, so because of that, we unlocked Magoichi Saika. I'll figure out when. I mean, I have an idea on how I'm gonna go through these story modes, but I'll talk about it in a sec. But anyways, and we also unlocked Shingen Takeda. As I said before, in order to unlock him, you actually have to complete Yukimura's story. It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter which outcome of Osaka that you'll get. Whether it's the alternate ending, if you want to call it that, or the alternate scenario, or the historical scenario, as I like to call it, as long as you complete it, you're set. So we unlocked two more characters. So, anyways, we will save, and we're gonna move on because I do have a little bit more to say. So, just bear with me. Anyways, so that's one ending for Yukimura. We still have the other side of Osaka Castle we have to worry about. However, that won't be done until the next several parts because I'm going to go through Osaka. However, for me personally, I could just always go straight for the Siege of Osaka again and complete it and we'll be set. But I want to treat each ending for each character as its own. So, with that being said, I would have to go all the way back to the Battle of Kawanakajima and then complete all of the stages again, which is going to be kind of a repeat. I know it might be dull, but for me, I want to treat each ending like its own storyline. But that's just me, and that's how I'm going to do this Let's Perfect. So, in the next part, we're gonna continue on with Yukimura's story and get the other ending, and then from there, we'll get the other side, which we would have to go for Shingen's story and complete one of his storylines as well to get that other scenario. But oh yeah, and one other thing, for the fact that we actually completed Yukimura's story, we actually unlocked a alternate model, as you can see right here. So in the next part, we're gonna go and start all over again and play the Battle of Kawanakajima. So, you have been watching my gaming adventures featuring samurai warriors, and I'll see you in the next part where we'll go and do that. Start the tale all over again, more like a redo if you want to call it that, and we'll take it from there. Plus, there is a unique item that I want to unlock as well. Actually, I have to unlock that in order to get the historical ending. I actually have to also unlock, well, kind of. I also have to unlock, if you want to call it that. I have to, but I have to get the item as well. But anyways, with that being said, peace out.